You cannot start a new page of your life until you stop reading the old one. Blaming the past will not fix your current situation. Live as if no one is watching, and speak as if everyone is listening. If you want to know a person, let him speak. If you want to please others, you have to forget about yourself. To know your enemy, know his favorite game. Choose short and sweet words. When giving advice to someone, the best way to learn something is to teach it to others. A man should be aware of how he laughs, because then he reveals all his faults. It doesn't matter what you bear, but how you bear it matters. Choice is not chance, it determines your destiny. Never believe what someone says. Just watch what they do, because attitude and behavior never lie. If you want to be happy, take praise. And if you want to improve, take criticism. Character is a diamond that can cut every stone. The burden of the mistake is lifted when you admit the mistake. The most affected thing in anxiety is beauty. The best way for a man to take revenge on his enemy is to increase his qualities. Poverty ends with justice, not with charity. Such freedom is meaningless where people are not free in their homes and streets. Not everyone who looks at you with love is necessarily a well-wisher. To know a nation, you have to spend time in their prisons. The worst level of enmity is that if someone wants to kill you, he destroys your hope. A good life needs some bad days too. If you want success, follow only one rule: never lie to yourself. It is a great danger for a young man to become careless with his life in his youth. To trust a man, it is important to judge his character, not his language, because language can lie. But character always tells the truth. Mean-spirited people remain lonely after achieving everything. Selfishness makes a person crazy. Everything seems impossible until it is done. Once a person commits to helping himself, nothing can stop him. Anyone who works with dedication and passion will surely succeed. Silence is the best response to people who don't value your words. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. We may make mistakes, but never mistakes that hurt later, or weaken our character too much when we cannot change the situation. Our challenge is to change ourselves. If life gives you 100 chances to cry, tell life you have 1,000 chances to be happy. Asking others for help fulfills your needs, but diminishes your dignity. Winning without difficulties is victory, but winning with difficulties makes history. A person becomes wise when responsibilities start to increase on him. A brave man is one who conquers not only his enemies, but also his happiness. I hate people who can't control themselves. Being quiet and alone is essential to learning and achieving. Repeatedly breaking promises is a sign of disrespect. Someone who repeatedly breaks his promises is not worth your time and trust. The greatest virtue of a human being is to do good to others, not to destroy them. A brave person is not the one who has no fear of anything, but the one who knows how to eliminate the fear within himself. A nation that makes health and educational business is doomed. Never take freedom for granted. Every generation must protect it. The world is a market that will soon close. The advice of a useless person is very important, but no one listens. People listen carefully to the futility of a successful man, because the world sees results, no reasons. Hurting someone is a debt you'll get at someone else's hands. My biggest weakness is seeing someone else suffer. To make enemies, you don't have to fight with anyone, but you just start telling the truth. Many enemies will start forming around you. When a person is denied the right to live a better life, do not expect him to improve. A right decision can make a big difference in your life, so make a thoughtful decision. The best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up Violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. All cruelty is born of weakness. Man should be pure, not in face, but in heart. By feeling others, a person's dignity increases. Compulsion breaks the rules of man. Foolish people always believe their thoughts to be true and complete, while wise people are always skeptical about their thoughts. The more difficulties he goes through, the stronger his spirit becomes. The stronger the character, the greater the damage. One thing I've learned in conversation is that unless I change myself, I cannot change others. In our society, it is very difficult to speak the truth without offending those around you. It is very important to have a generous and sincere person in the crowd of hypocrites who can help you in your difficult times. There is no future for those who wait. Only those who work hard have a future. There is nothing more terrifying than seeing ignorance in action, not thinking about people's nonsense, and not reacting to what they say. Puts you at ease and makes them uncomfortable. Tolerating the bad and hoping for the good is very important. In the path of progress, the most important thing for a person is what he has earned through hard work. Don't try to get to know people too much, because the more you get to know them, the more distant you become. Things that we do voluntarily do not cause problems. A person's first priority should be respect. Then any relationship. The most important reason for me to be happy is not to have any expectations from anyone. You can do whatever you want in life, but you can never satisfy this world. Not every person is necessary in life whom we consider necessary and include in life. If you have not set a path and are working hard, then it is possible that this effort will go in vain. First set the path and then work hard. Happiness is not achieved by getting rid of one's difficulties. Happiness is achieved when people learn from these difficulties. When someone thinks badly of you, it means they're either reflecting their own insecurities or they're jealous of your awesomeness. Power is dangerous in the hands of the clumsy. If you want power, first conform yourself to nature. If you give too much respect to an inferior person, he will forget his times and start treating you as inferior. If you want to root out your enemy, work together with him, and your enemy will turn into friendship.